Hi, my name is Erica Steeves, product stylist and commercial photographer. Today I am not on set, but I want to take you behind the scenes and show you a little bit about how I do editing on my creative photos. Recently, you might have seen that I had done the video of the Moody food photography. So I'm going to show you a step-by-step tutorial on how I was able to achieve that and take the raw files and elevate them to be more of a creative imagery that takes that photo to the next level. And these little kind of tips and the things that I'm going to be showing you are things on what you can be doing to take your photography to the next level if you're not doing this yet, and how to help make the product shine and help it stand out. So what are we waiting for? Let's get started on today's episode. Remember to like this video and subscribe to my channel. A new video will be launching every Tuesday where I'll be taking you behind the scenes, giving you tips and tricks on product styling and commercial photography. Okay, so here I am in Lightroom Classic. As you can see, I have the folder open right now. If you want to get more information about how I do my star rating and different things like this, I did another video a little while ago where I kind of broke down that further as I walked through it with another client. So today I'm really just going to show you more about the editing technique and style that I do. If you recall, or if you saw the video that I had done for this shoot, we were able to capture a lot of really beautiful imagery for Port of India. It's an Indian food paste, and I was just like super excited to get in at home and just really dig into the editing process, because I really find that it's where the magic happens and how you can take your imagery to the next level. So I try to do, I would probably say about 80% in camera, and then really to push it that little bit further, I do that 20% in retouching. I'm not like a retoucher per se, so what I do typically is I just like enhance and make everything pop and saturate the colors. I give it more of a direction and a point of view, and just really kind of clean it up to really make the image beautiful. So if this is the kind of editing that you're looking to do and not spend hours upon hours in editing, but really just kind of whatever you captured, but be able to enhance it, this is what I am going to show you today. So I'm going to start at the very end here. A lot of times when I am editing different imagery, I'll start from the last images that I took in the set and then work my way back. And as you can see here, I have some photos that are already X'd out. Like I went through and I did all my cataloging and editing for this. So I'm kind of just showing you a behind the scenes. I'm giving you a peek behind the curtain of how the process works. So you can see here that this the 3 stars are the ones that I really liked from the set and the ones that I'll be focusing on editing. The ones that have the X are the ones that were not good, and I'm just like not even interested in editing or even looking at them at all. So when I look at this 3-star one, this is the edited image that I did. When I'm in the development module, which is in this development here, or if you press D on your keyboard, I'm going to be able to see here what I did on this raw file. So the image that I'm showing you here is the CR2, the raw file of this, and you can see that everything looks pretty rich and saturated. And to give you an idea of what the before looked like, if you hit Y on your keyboard, you're going to see the before and after. And you can see that the image that I edited on the right, it's more rich, it's more saturated, it's more vibrant, everything's it's popping more. And I was able to achieve that just by like boosting the contrast and darkening the blacks. I did boost the vibrance and saturation. And I think for this one, I I did a little sharpening. I didn't touch the noise reduction. That's usually one that I like to do. And then over here in my user presets, something I did because it is a black background, I used the vignette feature, which I think is really beautiful in this dark and moody, and it also helped frame the product in a really beautiful way and bring it more to the forefront. And I don't typically play with all these like gimmicky little presets. I think it's really, you need to use it like salt. You just like use a dash of it here and there when it's appropriate, but don't rely on it. You can create your own user presets that can become your signature style, but in general, like the kind of photography that I like, it's very real, and I don't like the gimmicky kind of look. So I did play with the vignette, and you can see here too on the right of the before and after, that if I could keep pushing it to like give it even more of that tunnel vision, where the sides are really dark and then it goes into that brighter center to give you that additional focal point. But as you saw, I went just with the first degree of the vignette, and it just helped create that vibe that I was looking for. So you can see here, typically when I'm looking at editing photos, I'm really interested at removing any marks that are in the background. And as a product stylist and photographer, when I'm on set, I try to make sure that I'm positioning my product in a way that it's like, it's not going to be affected. It's not going to be in the frame. I try to remove it as much as possible, but sometimes it's inevitable. And in this case, where I was moving so fast, I didn't necessarily take the time to really like make sure all those marks and things like that weren't there. And the wood background that I was using there, it's older background, and there has been some scuffs and different things like this on it. So I have just, like I've been using it and making do. And the way that you do that is with this clone stamp. I do a lot of my editing in Lightroom. I try to not push it to Photoshop as much as possible. So you can see here that I did a lot of different brushes here. And you can even see, I could probably do, I missed like a little one just here. The thing that I like about using the clone stamp in Lightroom is if you are on a textured background, it's going to copy that texture and find another spot in the image that has a similar like texture to that, and you're going to be able to like almost make it seamless very easily. Like I try not to have a big sample of the area, but just kind of focus on something smaller, and then you're able to do it quite easily. You can see here that you can do a full clone, or you can do a heal. You can also change the size of the sample, or if the opacity, so that you can even make it more conspicuous or less obtrusive. So if these are some things that you haven't played with before, I highly suggest it. As you can see, I've used it a lot. Something that I don't necessarily love either on this image is I am getting a hot spot on this label from the light that is being reflected off of the shiny sticker. So you can just like quickly take a little sample, and you can see that easily I'm able to remove this. So yeah, that's how I'm editing this photo. And if I go back into the group of photos that I did, are you loving these behind the scenes? Drop me a comment below and let me know if these tips and tricks are helpful for you and if you use them in your next batch of editing. I thought this one was a really beautiful image. And one of the reasons why I really like it is because I was playing with so many different textures. I have this rock slate, the wood, the silver with all the tarnish, the leaves of the the cilantro, the lemon. It's just like everything I find is working really harmoniously and creating a lot of interest for this photo. So when I do the Y, you can see that I actually did leave a lot of these rough markings on the rock. I thought it added an extra element to the image, so I didn't want to lose that. But I did remove some like specks that I found that were distracting or taking my attention away from where I wanted it to be. And you can see I did remove like this scuff, and then I saturated and I created the contrast, and I used that vignette. A lot of times when I'm like editing the images from a series, if they're all in that same concept, I try to edit them the same way. So maybe this is something that you want to try for yours as well. Did you know I have a free Facebook group called the Product Styling Lounge where we can hang out and share even more great tips and tricks? Grab it in the link below and come join me in the Product Styling Lounge today. Remember to like this video and subscribe to my channel. A new video will be launching every Tuesday. Today, I took you behind the scenes and showed you in Lightroom what I do to take my imagery to the next level. Keep watching, and I will link to the next video of when I did the actual photo shoot for this if you missed it already. Anyway, what are you waiting for? Go check it out now, and until next time, keep shooting and having fun.